Join me on a global adventure, exploring unique cultures and unforgettable travel experiences.
I was like, shit, Amsterdam's 3 hours away. Let's hop in the car and go to Amsterdam in person, right? And
Yeah.
that's what we did. Yeah.
I mean, there's like I went to Germany 4 or 5 times,
Hmm.
3 times for work when I
Hmm.
worked for the US government.
Hmm.
And it was I just remember like being in a bar
Hmm.
in Munich that was 1,000 years old. And
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
I'm like, that's 3 times older than the United
Yeah, like
States.
someone was here getting drunk like 950 years ago.
No, and it's like it just really puts things in perspective.
Yes.
How old these traditions are
Yeah.
and these cultures compared to America.
Yeah. Of course, Germans know for having the best beer. Best beer I ever had. I was a first time in the army. I was at like PV1, PV2, and we went on some kind of trip to this monastery, right? First, like, man, I'm not going to fucking monastery. Like, what the fuck is this, right? Oh, they make beer. Oh, okay, they make beer. Okay, no, you should have led with that, right? We went
Yeah.
there, like, to this day, the best beer I ever had. Like, I can still taste how good it was, right? Had these
Well,
big bugs and stuff. It was like it was so good. Like,
it's high alcohol
yeah, oh
percentage.
yeah, high,
Did,
high.
did you go to did you go to Belgium?
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
there's a bar in Brussels. It's
Mm-hmm.
called what is it? The pink something elephant or
Mm-hmm.
the delirium tremens,
Mm-hmm.
and it has like 3,000 beers.
Yeah, like
A- a-
insanity. Yeah.
And I was there for like a NATO, some kind of NATO meeting or
Mm-hmm.
something. And I went there with some colonels from the US Army and the
Yeah.
Dutch Army. And I only drank beer. And
Yeah.
it's the only time I've ever blacked out, only on beer.
Yeah, definitely fun times. Definitely fun times. Um, so when you decide to travel, what do you decide? How do you decide to travel? Come just like you're curious about it, or like you read something in the news, or you never been there. Like, how do you decide what country to go to next?
So it was the very first country I went to. Um, I like to go to places that are not like that people don't normally go to. Like
Mm-hmm.
cliche countries are like all like Italy,
Yeah.
England,
Mm-hmm.
France. Those are like cliche
Mm-hmm.
countries. The first country I ever went to was Nicaragua, actually. And I actually went to Iraq when I was 24,
Mm-hmm.
and I got my passport in Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
Like they could get your passport there, and then I was just researching like what's the like most unique, like exotic place I get into to go into Nicaragua,
Mm-hmm.
and then went to a bunch of countries that people don't normally go
Mm-hmm.
to, and like people are like, oh, I went to Italy first and
Mm-hmm.
all this, and then I'm really glad that I saved Italy
Mm-hmm.
because um Italy was my 25th country.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got there, I was like, oh my God. Like now I know why people love Italy so much. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
Like the food and everything.
Yeah.
If you go to Italy first, like a lot of countries are going to be boring for you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I actually went to Tokyo before New York City. And New York City it's an incredible city, but Tokyo is like I mean, you got 37 million people in Tokyo.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, I like to go to like exotic places
Mm-hmm.
that where I can get some really
Mm-hmm.
unique experiences that are off the beaten path
Yeah.
a little bit, and I can have like an honest, like real, like cultural experience. And that's the thing in Vietnam. Once you get outside of Saigon and
Yeah.
you drive from here to Hanoi or
Mm-hmm.
here to Da Nang, and you stop in these little towns,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll meet people
Mm-hmm.
who've never met a foreigner,
Yeah.
and for them to come up to you and talk to you, and you're like I was in a noodle shop once, and there's like 100 people there, and it was like baka, which is like the it's like noodles with the like beef stew
Mm-hmm.
noodles. I just That's just something I recognize. I was
Uh-huh.
like, that's good. I understand coming here. There's like 100 people in this place, and I just go to sit down. Everyone's staring at me, and like they're all talking amongst
Uh-huh.
themselves to find the person who speaks English the
Yeah.
best
Uh-huh.
to be the spokesperson
Uh-huh.
for the group. And then they're like, okay, where are you from?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like do you like Vietnam?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like Vietnamese girls? It's all
Uh-huh.
the innocent questions,
Yeah.
but experiences like that
Mm-hmm.
are what I really uh value
Mhm.
in travel.
Yeah. Have you been to Montenegro? I think it's the name.
I've not been, but
So I met some people a couple weeks ago, and they said it's the best country they've been to because they said everything's just the same level as Italy and Croatia, but way cheaper because like it's like not considered a good place to go.
oh yeah, it's been on my list. I
Yeah.
was recommended that about 10 years ago,
Mhm.
and I haven't made it. I haven't made it to Eastern Europe yet.
Yeah.
So,
So what country do you think you're gonna go to next?
mm, well, I travel a lot through Southeast Asia for competitions,
Mhm.
and I teach seminars.
Mhm.
But the next country, one of the countries I'm interested in going to is Myanmar.
Okay.
And I'm also an MMA promoter and an international recruiter for Johnny Trinh Nguyen,
Mhm.
who runs Gods of Martial Arts.
Mhm.
And through that, I've recruited a bunch of fighters and have built connections.
Mhm.
And um, it's just a country no one goes to.
Yeah. I mean, all the
It,
negative stuff on the media, like
yeah.
dictatorships and all the stuff that's happening there.
So I feel like I could go there safely and
Mhm.
travel. And I just met I mean, you look watch the news, like there's no way I'm going there because the government's not even in control,
Yeah.
right? So, but I was in Kuching,
Mhm.
Malaysia, about a month or so
Mhm.
ago, and which is on the big island of Borneo,
Mhm.
which is three countries: Malaysia, Indonesia, and Brunei.
Mhm.
But Kuching is like on the northwest part of the
Mhm.
island.